Hey guys, it's me again, Tom. In this video we take a look on the Cargobob. It spawns at level 22 around the map. You can buy the regular version for 1.8 million or the Jetsam version at 2 million at Warstock. It has 10 seats and is with that the helicopter that can hold the most people in the game. Its top speed is 158 km per hour. The climb speed is 36.5 km per hour. It turns in 6.5 seconds and the quick turn is in 6 seconds. It explodes in 3 homing missiles or 3 RPGs and in 7 explosive sniper shots. It gets one shot by tank cannons and the flak trailer. The tail rotor, despite looking the same as the main rotor, is just as durable as the tail rotors of other helicopters, so it gets really easily shot off. It has no countermeasures, however the flare gun as passengers possible to use. It has a hook that can pick up cars and boats. And also bikes. The vehicle is surfable. That means if you stand on the sides or inside, you won't get knocked over by moving. It has a very good landing. It's almost impossible to mess up. In the hangar, it's a medium-sized vehicle. The only difference between the Jetsam version and the regular version is the nose and the volume of the helicopter sound, because the regular Cargobob is louder than the Jetsam version. So is the Cargobob worth it? Yes, it's very worth it if you do import-export. But outside of that, it's not worth it. The reason why it's worth it for import-export is that most missions are possible to complete with it, and it's a lot less stressful to do the missions if you can just fly and don't have to deal with all the NPC. So now the guide for the Cargobob. At first, just the Cargobobbing itself. You get first the hook at the same height as the roof or the top of the vehicle you want to hook up. And then you move towards it and try to somewhat hit the middle. It should in most cases work like that. Some cars have weird points to get the hook on, but the majority is just the middle of the roof. You can also use the top-down view to assist your position. Now a quick guide to use the Cargobob well for import-export. First you should do the 32 car trick, so you have 10 standard, 10 mid, 10 top range cars. And then you just keep selling and sourcing the Sterling GT if you are solo. Because this car is the easiest to Cargobob, well the second easiest, but the easiest is the Roosevelt, and this one is very heavy, so you don't want to have this one on the hook. And this makes the missions go by the fastest. If you have multiple helpers, just avoid selling the Roosevelt, the Member and the Tyrus, as those can be difficult to get on the hook or are just too heavy. The Member itself is not as bad, but it has a topless version and this one is terrible to get the hook on. Now we go to the PvP part. First of all, the dodging. It's medium-sized helicopters, so it's a little bit different, the dodging, because you have to react early, like very early, but I will show you that all the dodging methods work like with the buzzard. It's literally just a different timing you have to do. I will now show all the clips of the dodging methods again. Now we get to the real PvP stuff, like how you attack with the Cargobob and what you do with it to attack other players. You get first to the solo stuff and later the stuff with one or more people. So the solo stuff. The most basic thing you can do is just picking up a car and drop it on a player. But you will miss often and sometimes it just doesn't kill the player. So it's better that you just drop the car off somewhere, get out of your Cargobob and put a sticky bomb on it. Like that you have also some explosive surprise for someone that you might have missed. Or this guy just goes to the car for some reason, then you detonate the sticky bomb and he's dead. My recommendation for the sticky bomb strat would be to use a stretch limo on the Cargobob. For that you need a random Cargobob or a personal one and call the stretch limo in with Pegasus. Don't worry, it's not expensive, it's like 40k on San Andreas Super Autos. and you just put 4 sticky bombs on each side and then drop it on someone. Like that you have a pretty big area of effect, and it's effective in general because it's harder to miss. The only risk you have is homing launchers on foot, because those can also lock on the car, and with the 4 sticky bombs on it, it will take the Cargobob down too. You can also spawn in CEO Sanchez and put their sticky bomb on it. It's a lot smaller, so you need to aim better, but like that you can get pretty much anywhere a quick vehicle to get the hook on, and that doesn't slow you down like the stretch limo would. And also, if people get a lock on onto the bike, you can still easily dodge it. Also, once the Sanchez is spawned in, unregister CEO and register again, so you don't get the cooldown once the Sanchez is destroyed. Okay, now a strategy with a friend, or multiple ones. First of all, like also with all civilian helicopters, the Buzzard, the Annihilator, pretty much every helicopter with side seats, get someone on the side and let him RPG down or snipe. Another strategy for the Cargobob, you can get someone on the, let's say, the wing on the side. Like you park a car next to the Cargobob and then just climb on the car and then on the wing. And then you can just stay there because the vehicle is surfable. So you don't get stopped when you scope in with sniping and the helicopter is tilted too much. So that's better for sniping stuff. But worse for RPG, the worse the connection gets, because if you move fast down or up, then the character might glitch into the tail rotor and it will break off. This also applies to getting inside a Cargobob that is personal. To get inside the Cargobob, like not inside in taking a seat, inside the back of it, walking. You open the cargo door with the interaction menu, you go to vehicles and then select the cargo door to open it. Then a player just walks inside. It's pretty fun to do it with a guy that has a Juggernaut suite and is not CEO, he's associated to the CEO and the CEO is flying, so you also get regeneration. And then you just minigun other people. If you have someone in the back, you can also, for the dodging part of homing missiles, do still a orbit, but with the back facing the enemy. It's a little bit weird, but it's just as possible to dodge like this. I, for example, just look at the map that my helicopter is circling around the blip of the enemy. What's also fun is getting a tank on the Cargobob, like the Rhino for example. It's really easy to hook on, or the Kanjali, which is hard to hook on but is more durable. For the tank method, I recommend to use the Air Freight VIP mission Cargobob. This one can take 4 RPG or homings and 10 explosive sniper rounds. And on top of it, it is not lock-onable, so you only have to focus on dodging homing missiles for the tank. And then you get a Kanjali on it, and everything that hits the Kanjali or the Rhino will not hit the Cargobob because the hook is also longer. So it's another plus. You can also put on the Cargobob a Stromberg or a Ruina or a Deluxo or a Oppressor, but that's not that well working because you can't really turn the car on the hook, or as pilot you can't really turn the car quick. So something that can aim by itself is better. Well, and that's it for the video. I hope you liked, and if you liked it, give the video a like and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.